Hi there, I'm Chie and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing my approach to using photo references to create a painting of my own. Ideally, I would love to be able to draw everything from memory or imagination, but unfortunately, I can't be good at everything. Sometimes I lack knowledge of what things actually look like or how I could make them look better. That's why I rely on reference photos, especially when constructing a painting with complex subjects like famous architecture, specific animals, or figures in action. Before I put any paint on paper, I usually have an idea in mind. For example, for this painting, I wanted to capture an isolated rural scene, a kind of Wild West countryside. To bring this vision to life, I looked for references that gave off that vibe in my own photo library and free image sites like Pexels and Unsplash. I also keep an inspiration folder where I save reference photos that inspired me. Whenever I come across an interesting image, I make sure to save it for later use. I typically look at least 3 to 5 photos to build up the composition. For this painting, I went through several pictures and eventually decided on using this particular one. However, the left side of the composition looked a little too empty, so I decided to add an old abandoned truck in the foreground to enhance the feeling of isolation. I find that using references allows me to tap into the experiences of others. My own experiences and perspectives can be limited, but references open up a world of unique viewpoints. Every artist sees things differently, and by studying their work or real-life photographs, I can gain insight that I wouldn't have considered on my own. This helps me get richer and more thoughtful composition. Once I have my main elements, I arrange them following a loose rule of thirds. I make sure there's no obvious symmetry among the major shapes, which helps to keep the composition more natural and interesting. Next, I consider the light source and shadows to ensure consistency. In this painting, I decided that the light source would come from the right side, so most of the shadows would fall on the left. This step is crucial in making the painting look believable and cohesive. With all these factors decided, I create at least one sketch with value study to test out my ideas. If I'm happy with the composition, I move on to the final pencil sketch on watercolor paper. I also want to take this opportunity to address a common concern. Is using reference photos stealing or cheating? The short answer is no, as long as it's done respectfully. I've always made sure to follow copyright laws by asking for permission when required or crediting the original artist in my videos. I use references as a tool, and I almost always modified something in the final painting. And that's, in a nutshell, how I use reference photo to create original compositions and paintings. Now all that's left to do is finish painting this piece. I hope this video gave you some insights into how I approach reference-based painting. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more art content, and I will see you in the next video.